In this video, you'll be learning how to solve two-step inequalities, including when things get tricky and you have to flip the inequality symbol. So to do this, we are going to test out some numbers. So you're going to copy down this table, and we're going to start with the numbers 4 and 5, and then we're going to do a bunch of operations to them. So we're going to start with addition and subtraction, and we're going to see what happens when we add a number, when we subtract a number, whether that changes the direction the inequality goes. So first, we're going to put in the correct inequality symbol between 4 and 5. Okay, so we need a new table now, because this time we're going to be multiplying and dividing by positive and negative numbers. So let's start with multiplying by 2 and dividing by 2. And then let's multiply by negative 2 and divide by negative 2. Go ahead and do it for the first row. So we know 4 is less than 5. If we multiply both numbers by 2, we get 8 and 10. 8 is still smaller. If we divide by 2, we get 2 and 2.5. 2 is still smaller. So far, so good. No changes. Now let's multiply by negative 2. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. Oh, interesting. Negative 10 is less than negative 8. We had a switch. Think about why that was. Let's try it with dividing. 4 divided by negative 2 is negative 2. 5 divided by negative 2 is negative 2.5. Flipped again. Negative 2.5 is less than negative 2. All right, let's do it again. This time, let's do negative 3 and positive 6. fill out the rest of the row. All right, so make sure you have written down that whenever you multiply or divide by a negative number, you need to flip the inequality. So let's try it on 3 examples. Just copy these down as we go. On the first one, we have a negative 3 times x, so to solve, I'm going to divide by negative 3. And I know that whenever I divide by a negative number, like negative 3, I'm going to flip the inequality. So I'm going to get x is now greater than a positive 6. The inequality went from being a less than symbol to now being a greater than because I divided by a negative 3. Next, I have 5 times x. So to solve, I'm going to divide by 5. This time, I'm dividing by a positive number, so the inequality is going to stay the same. I'm going to get x is greater than negative 7. It can be tempting to want to flip because of the negative up here, but it's only when you divide by a negative number that you have to flip it. Finally, I have x divided by a negative 2. So to solve that one, I would need to multiply by a negative 2. And multiplying by a negative number also forces me to flip the inequality. So when I write it down, I'm going to write the inequality the other way. X is less than negative 14. So notice the first and the third example, we needed to flip because we had a negative number multiplying or dividing by that x. And when we solved, we were multiplying or dividing by a negative number. On the middle example, we did not flip because even though there was a negative number involved, the number that we were multiplying and dividing by was positive. Okay, now you try. Solve for x, graph it on a number line, make sure your answer makes sense. All right, so you should have finished solving. Your first step should have been to subtract 5 from both sides. So negative 3x is less than 15. Then you need to divide by negative 3. So we get x, we just divided by a negative, so the inequality is going to go the other direction. We change the direction, and a 15 divided by negative 3 is a negative 5. Then you need to graph it on a number line. And this should have an open dot at -5. And we're greater than -5, so we want numbers above 5. And we should check to make sure it works. Test something like x equals -4. That's greater than -5. Plug it back into the original. 5 minus 3 times -4 is less than 20. Is that true? That would be 5 plus 12 is less than 20. Yes. So it works. So that means that x is, in fact, less than -5. This was my test here. All right, let's try it again. This time you need to write the inequality, then solve it, then graph it. All right, so 6 more. Then the quotient of a number and -4 is more than or equal to 40. Now we solve. So now in order to undo this fraction, I'm going to multiply by -4. And I'll get x is less than or equal to, I'm reversing the inequality. And then I'll do some long multiplication. 34 times 4. 16, carry the 1, 12, and 1 is 13, 136. So x is less than or equal to -136. Then I need to graph it on a number line. And I'm going to have a closed dot on 130, and it's less than or equal to. So that means my numbers are going down. Let's try another one. Once again, you write the inequality, solve, and graph it. Try it now. All right, so in this problem, he rented skis for $15 per day. So D is going to equal days. So I'm going to do 15 times the number of days. And then that $30 restocking fee, you just pay that when you return it. So that'll be just an added 30. And then I know that he paid less than 75, or he didn't pay more than 75. So he might have paid exactly 75. So this all needs to be less than or equal to 75. And then I solve. So I subtract 30. Gives me 45. I divide by 15. And I get that D is less than or equal to 3. Notice, I did not reverse the inequality here. It was less than, less than, less than. Because I divided, but I divided by a positive number. There was no negative division going on. So now I need a number line. So since D is less than or equal to 3, I'm going to do a closed dot at 3. And my arrow is going to go down. All right, we've made it. It's now time for the problem set. So you are going to solve these 4 problems in your notebook, and we will correct them once we are all back in class together on Monday.